Sunday, and I love, love, love what I do, right? And the winds are blowing today up at Crestline, Darfo. I got no one around me, so I'm taking my mask off. Okay, no one around me, taking my mask off. Here we go. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It is crazy, crazy the gusts of winds that are coming through Crestline today. Weather is fantastic. It feels great, and I got to hold on tightly to my computer, my laptop, because the winds are just blowing crazy today. It's just amazing what's going on out there. Look at the clouds. Can you see them? They're moving so intently, right? You know? So it's kind of exciting because, down where I am, you don't get these four seasons where you get all these winds and you get weather, you get summer, you get spring, you get trees, you get all this gorgeous, gorgeous weather up here. So fun, right? And for sure, you've got to make sure that you put everything in a secure place, like her holiday decorations. Can you see them? Let me show them to you. Let's see. Where are they? Oh, there they are, right there. See those holiday decorations? She has securely tied those so that they don't go anywhere. Totally. Look at it's trying. It's flying freely out there. It's trying to go somewhere and it's not, right? Secured. Because as a homeowner up here, you just learn that you have four seasons. You learn that you've got gusts of wind. You learn that you've got snow and spring and summer. Onto the laptop. You've got all of that stuff going on when you're up here. The lake is busy up there again too. You can see way out there. See that silver area out there, like that hardscape out there? That's the lake parking lot. Absolutely beautiful day up in Crestline. Everything is going so beautifully up here. And I was putting out some of my for sale signs while I was out here. Oh, look at my hair. It's a disaster area. I was putting out some of my for sale signs while I was out here. And I thought, gosh, how interesting that the wind is blowing. And guess what? I cannot leave my sign there. So dangerous. Can't do it. So anyways, enough about talking about the weather and what's happening up here. Let's talk about what it's like to show a property. And as you are buyers, right, you might have some expectations or you don't have any expectations. You're like, Lori, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever bought a house. This is the first time I've ever gone out. What do I need to do to prepare for my showings, right? So important that you know that. Well, when you choose to work with Lori Alvarez and team, right, we tell you in advance, please have your mask, right? All this mask talk, right? But you got to have your mask. Most definitely have to have your mask when we show properties. One time I was out showing properties and my buyers forgot to put the mask on their little young one because generally children are not included in showings, guys, just so you know. Unfortunately, they're saying no to children in showings. We got special permission for the children to come along on some of the showings because I had one family that was like, oh, it's a family deal or it's a no deal, Lori. So we got permission from each seller to do that. And while we did, they forgot. Oh, it was not on purpose, but we forgot. And that seller was so upset. That child went in without their mask. So masks are 100% required for showings, right? When we show you property as a buyer. Okay, so first and foremost, always have your mask. And don't worry, when you work with Lori Alvarez and team, if you've forgotten it, I carry extra in my trunk, right? I always have supplies on hand just in case you guys run out. Let's see, what's next when showing a property during this crazy COVID-19 business? Well, big deal was gloves back in the day. We had to have gloves when the COVID first broke out, right? We had to have gloves and more gloves and more gloves. So guess what? Yep, we have gloves and we still have them available because the reality is some sellers still are requesting, can you please make sure that you have gloves on when you come in the property, right? So yes, I carry gloves. My team carries gloves just in case a seller requests that. So you want to be sure you guys have your gloves. If you don't have your gloves, no worries again. Our team comes completely prepared and we have them on hand for you. What else is needed when looking at a property? What else, buyer, should you bring? We've got a mask, we've got gloves, right? Then the other thing is we always have disinfectant and wipes so that we can wipe things down so that everyone stays safe. And so we just ask buyers, don't touch anything. Let us agents work hard for you. We can open doors. We can turn on lights. We can do what we need to do. The priority is to keep you safe. Yesterday, when I had a buyer walking through one of my properties, she was like, oh, I want to open all the doors. I said, let me keep you safe. Let me serve you. That's what I love to do. Let me serve you. And I know that's hard, right? You're like, oh, I do everything by myself. Let me say it again. Let me bless you. Let my team, my buyer's agents, bless you. Let us work for you, right? You just relax. Look at the house. Enjoy it. That's what you're there for. Feel it. See if the floor plan's a good fit for you, right? That's what we want you to focus on. We don't want you worrying that, oh, did someone touch that? Oh, did I touch it? Oh, no. Don't worry about that stuff. Let us take care of that for you. The sellers prefer if just us, the agents, touch it anyways, right? We're going to take all the appropriate precautions. We know how to handle it. You just experience the house, Mr. and Mrs. Buyers. That's what we're here for. Feel it. Enjoy it. Be comfortable in it, right? Okay, so what do you need? You can bring gloves if you'd like. You need that mask for sure. And, right, let us do all the lights, do all the turning things on. Now, here's another thing that you need to be aware of. Some people have carpet that they are like, I don't want you to wear your shoes on my carpet. So we have these cool things called footies that we have available at properties. And most listing agents, that's the person who is listing the house for sale, they have those available for you to put on, walk through the property so that you don't dirty their carpet and you keep your feet protected, right? That's what that's for. So we always have them. If a seller runs out of them, you have the option to remove your shoes. But again, that's your decision, right? Germs are like a big deal these days, so you might not want to do that. So again, we over at Lori Alvarez and team, our trunk is supplied with all the goodies to keep you protected, right? So when we run out, we offer some to you, right? And I have a great source of vendors that help support me in all of these supplies. We're so appreciated of it, right? It's just keeping you, Mr. Buyer and Mrs. Buyer, and all the people involved safe, healthy, and happy. So are you still fearful about going out and looking at properties? You might be. And in that case, that is something that Lori Alvarez and team also helps with. How do we help with that? Well, my team will go out and video a property for you, right? As you can tell, I love to be on camera, right? We will go out, virtual tour a property for you, actually show you the property, not just that pretty special, like, oh, virtual tour where it's a camera going through. Oh, yeah, whatever. Like, we really walk through it. We open the cupboards. We show you the cupboards. We open the drawers. We pace the room out. We measure for you on your behalf, right? Of course, buyer, here's a tip for you. Always verify the information that any agent or any party gives you, right? I always tell people like, yep, I'm measuring. and I'm not the best measurer. So double check it, okay? So that's the reality of it, right? We're here to serve you. We're here to help you. Another thing that we do specifically over at Lori Alvarez and team is when we're out showing properties with you, for you, to you, right? We always allow for you to park in front of the house. It's just common courtesy. You need to see your house. We don't need to. You need to. So my team has been trained to park out of the way so that you get upfront personal parking. That's called customer service, right? I was trained that when I was 15 in retail. I worked for Macy's, and Macy's told me, Lori Alvarez, don't you dare park near this building. You park way out at the end of the parking lot, and you allow for our customers to take parking up front and center. And I just don't understand people who do that when they're helping clients buy properties. Your clients are your first priority. So make them the first priority. So guess what? I had one time, I loved it. I had this client, he's a cop, right? And he said, Lori Alvarez, why do you always park like 3 houses away from the house? And he goes, have you had been egged or thrown something at your car? What's the deal? And I said, oh, no, I want you to park in front of the house. That's why. So I thought that was so funny. So now I take the time to explain to our buyers because they're like, what the heck? Okay. We also ask that you don't park in the driveway. Don't park in the seller's driveway. Just common courtesy. If your car leaks, we don't want you to leak in the driveway, right? And cars leak, it happens. No disrespect, but it just happens. So let's honor the owner's driveway. Don't park in their driveway, right? However, park right in front of it, park right on the street, maintain the rules and regs, park as close as you need. My team's been trained. We're going to park further away and we're going to find it. We're going to pull you right up to the property, allow for you to park, and then we're going to find our parking spot. Another thing during COVID-19 right now, we're all riding separately, not sitting in the same cars, right? That's just to keep that 6-foot separation right now, right? So that's always interesting. But we are keeping that space right now as to keep everyone safe. And it's one family at a time in properties, one family at a time in properties. Again, to keep people safe, right? It's good, best practices for everyone that's involved. So what do we got again? Let me recap again, right? Mask, first and foremost, mask. Secondly, gloves if you want them, right? Footies if you need them. Here's my footies, right? Here's my shoes, right? I'm going to cover those babies up. Keep them safe. Keep them out of the way, right? If you've got hills that do damage, girls, take them off. Wood floors can't handle your hills. Be respectful, right? And then there's the COVID-19 document. It's called the P document. Everyone has to sign it. Everyone does, right? And that document you need to read and review. Be aware of it. Make sure you're not sick, right? And if you are sick, don't visit the properties. 100%. Everyone needs to. So it's not like, just run in and look at the property. We don't have that world right now. Can't do it. We got to sign that COVID document. It needs to be delivered in advance. So guys, when you're scheduling showings for us, remember, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, when you want to see properties, give us time to put your schedule together. Sellers don't respond in an hour. Sellers aren't always available. So the schedule isn't going to be like, I want to see it. Boom, I get to see it. It doesn't work like that. Everyone has lives. Everyone has to make sure their properties are sanitized. Everyone needs to be healthy and safe. So buyers, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, we want to show you houses. And it's not going to be like tomorrow. I want to see it right now. You got to have some flexibility. Okay. Just got to have some flexibility right now, especially if you want to see 3, 4, 5, or 6 properties. Don't recommend that you see any more than 6 in a day, because any more than that, it can be overwhelming and you'll be like, oh, which house did I like? And you won't remember and you'll start mixing them all up. And it's just not a good idea. It truly isn't a good idea. If you're going to do that, you got to be very organized and eliminate as you walk along from each property, which is what we help our buyers do. We truly say, is this a good fit? Did you like this one? No, right? And we make sure when we're helping our buyers, we say to every property we show you, was this it? Did you feel it? Did you like it? Would you write an offer on this one? Why do you want to tell your agent that? So when houses hit the market, we are looking at them every day. Guess what? We can then call you and be like, oh my gosh, we found just the house. We need to get you out there to take a look at it. And you're like, oh my gosh, Lori, it's perfect. I love when I find the house for my buyer. And that only happens because my buyers communicate with me and I communicate with them. That's how we've trained all of our buyers agents on our team. Amy and Hasina are awesome. They're going to ask you lots of great questions about what you're looking for in a house. We're going to sit down and have a fantastic buyer's consultation, whether it's Zoom, in person, 6 feet apart, and healthy and safe. We're going to have a full free buyer's consultation so we know exactly what you're looking for so we can help you find just the right property. There's a ton of houses out there and you don't need to see every one to know that it's not the house for you. You need to see the ones that qualify. Don't see all of them on the market. It's not worth it, I promise you. Pick your must-haves. I gotta have it. Like I have one client right now, has to have a 3-car garage because as many vehicles as they have. So we just automatically disqualify 2-car garages. Or we see, is there room to add a 3rd car, right? But we don't go out unless we verify it. And it's easy to do that online. You can go Google Earth and you can look down above a property, see the street view. There's so many ways to be more efficient, more effective, and help you stay healthy and safe when showing properties. Gosh, I think I got it all. I think so, right? Wear the mask, have the mask. No kids right now. If the kids need to come, we need to make special arrangements in advance. Sign the COVID doc. If you want gloves, you can wear gloves. Footies when you're walking on carpet. Ladies, be careful of your heels, right? High heels are tough on wood floors, tough on the beautiful vinyl floors. We want to be respectful of homeowners and courteous of all parties. Give us plenty of time to make an appointment for you to see a property. And last but not least, get pre-approved. Don't waste anyone's time until you know you can really buy a house. Just talk to your great lender. We can recommend a few that we love. No benefit to us, except that we know they're reputable and they will treat you right. Treat you the way Lori Alvarez and team treats you. Top notch. You're number one in our book. We're just a family helping another family. We love serving you. You want to know more about us? Call me at 909-227-4196 or text me or email me at lori@lorialvarez.net and check us out at lorialvarez.net. And of course, tune in on my podcast, Real Estate with Soul, the podcast, Lori Alvarez. Thanks so much. I think I've got it all so that you're prepared. When you pull up to a house, you know exactly what's going to happen when we show you that great home. We're going to help you visualize everything you need to see in there because we're going to know with our buyer's consultation exactly what you're looking for in a home. Thanks again. Have a fantastic day.